Gangrel, the Vampire Warrior. Hello and welcome to Gimme A Hull Yeah podcast. I hope everyone in Yorkshire and beyond is having an awesome day. Keep fanging and banging.
Hello. Yeah, so I realised I hadn't done my Bray Wyatt tribute for a while, so here we are. I'm just going to take this hood down now. I don't think I need it. And, put my headphones back on. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm back. I was off last week. I do apologise. I was a little bit ill. I wouldn't have wished it on my worst enemy. But yeah, here this week. And to be fair, though, last week's SmackDown was a bit of filler, wasn't it? Do you know, I think a bit of a pre-recorded go-home show. So, if I'm being honest, no regrets. But it is what it is. But here this week, I won't be here next week because I'm on holiday. And just to put it into perspective for you all, I've been sat at this desk in my wife's office since 9 a.m. this morning. I did my Deserto shift, Deserto gaming shift. I then did a load of work for WrestleSphere, which is wearing the hoodie. And bang, load of Gimme A Hull Yeah streams, and I'm still here, and I'll be here till 3 a.m. So this has been a long-ass day, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. But yeah, holiday tomorrow. I will be going to sit in a hot tub in the middle of Sherwood Forest for a week with just my books and my Nintendo Switch. I don't even care if I don't have internet. As long as I have a full fridge full of beer, that's all I care about. So, and that, I've got my wife and my family with me, of course. But yeah, it's SmackDown, and we got some stuff that's going on tonight. So I'm just going to let's have a little rundown of what's going on. So we got The Rock is obviously in the building tonight, and so is Roman Reigns. You know, that alone is a big deal. He'll be giving Cody his answer. I imagine there'll be some kind of swerve or something will be going down. Bayley Dakota Kai want payback from the Kabuki Warriors. Makes sense. Carlito's got a street fight with Santos Escobar, and Naomi's got a match with Tiffany Stratton. Apparently something to do with retribution from Elimination Chamber. So there we are. So that's the main rundown of what's going down tonight. So that's pretty cool. We are just watching the preamble from all the catch-up from Elimination Chamber. We're seeing Austin Theory get a stomp from Rollins and a crossroads from Cody. Oh, no, sorry, it was a Cody cutter, wasn't it? This is what he got. And here we are. Oh, there's Lincoln Field, 36 days away. See, I've got mixed feelings this year. You know, part of me is a bit disappointed I'm not going to WrestleMania last year because I was there this year because I was there last year. Sorry, a lot of this year's that is. But I am very much looking forward to sitting on my couch and watching it in my pants again with a load of beer. So, which is my usual default way to watch WrestleMania. Although seeing it with the boys last year was just one of the greatest trips of my entire life, and we just launched WrestleSphere as well. So, yeah, what a feeling! But yeah, WrestleSphere and Gimme A Hull Yeah will be represented at Mania this year. Andy's going. Andy Spores is going. He's bringing a friend of his as well. So we will have boots on the ground, as it were, but it won't be me, Ant, Dom, or Dan this time. It'll be Andy flying solo with his boy. So we'll see what happens. Oh my Lord, Roman's coming out straight away. So that means we have about 8 minutes to kill while Roman does his entrance. So here we go. Let's go to the comments. Sassy, it's so nice to have you back. I can't even begin to say. And by the way, if anyone wonders why I'm wearing my WrestleSphere hoodie today, it's not just because of that Bray Wyatt bit at the beginning. It's because I'm bloody freezing. We've had a cold snap here in the north of England, and it's killing me. It's like, it's wet, it's cold, and windy all at the same time, and I hate it. It's like, I've got my heating still on at 1 a.m. That never happens. I've got my heater on next to me, and I've still got my hoodie on. Now, it might be because I'm a little bit ill, perhaps, still, but I'm just freezing. I just can't get warm. But anyway, So Sassy's doing all the preamble, saying welcome to the stream. The usual housekeeping. Thank you, Sassy. No one does it better. Yes, we live stream Monday Night Raw, AW Dynamite, and Friday Night SmackDown every week when able. Yeah, life does get in the way sometimes, but we do our best. And being in the UK, all three of us, so that's me, Dan, and Ant, who stream all three of those shows. Again, we got to stay up till 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in Dan's case, because he does Raw, poor guy. So, yeah, we can't always stay up. Sometimes life gets in the way, but we do our best. But we do more stuff than just the live streams, of course. Have a little look at the channel, subscribe. We do a lot more, some of us are proper, wrestling journalists. We do talk to wrestlers. We do have contacts at WWE and do all of that. So it's worth your time subscribing. We often know stuff before most people do, which is nice. But we're no dirt sheet, put it back. But anyway, Sassy is saying we will not be a SmackDown stream next week. Sam is going on vacation. Sam, you deserve it. Thank you, Sassy. And I don't disagree with you. I bloody do. I'm just going to spend 7 days sat in a hot tub with my books, with my beer in Sherwood Forest. And if Sherwood Forest rings a bell, guys, it's because that's where Robin Hood, the legends of Robin Hood, originate. So that's where I'll be. I might rob from the rich and steal from the poor. God knows. Or I might just keep it for myself. Check out WrestleSphere. Yeah, please do. Soundsphere, Wrestling Royalty, Tom Talks Rubbish, the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. For new content. Yeah, they're all friends of the show. I throw in Rebellious Noise to that as well, and the Wrestle Story. Two of the channels that we're good friends with. So, and Heel Turn Wrestling. Shout out to them. We had some fun with them at WrestleMania, and we bumped into them again at All In at Wembley. It was really, really funny. I was walking down the road, and I saw the unmistakable sight of the guys from Heel Turn Wrestling. And they recognise me because they've only ever seen me in this hat and this hoodie. So there we go. Oh, Roman's about to tell the crowd to acknowledge him. Let's have it. Presumably Rocky's coming out next. March 4th, we will be previewing WWE 2K24. We certainly will. See, I'm actually not getting a copy of 2K this year for the first time in God knows how long. I usually get it a couple of weeks early, but no, not tonight, not today, not this year. Do you know why? Because I'm going on holiday. So there's no point giving me one. That's why I'm not getting one. Nightmare. Anyway. Screw me out of a game. I don't care. I don't mind. I get enough. But Anthony is our boy for 2K. He'll be reviewing it. He'll be doing some... If you watched his content for Fight Forever and 2K last year, he knocked it out of the park. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does this year. It's going to be great. So as Sassy says, a new gameplay by Ant will be on stream next week. Press the notification button for a date and time. Yeah, there you go. We also have online stores if you want to get a proper fetch hat like this. And I do take this off, despite what people say on Twitter. Okay. Let's catch up. Mark, hello, mate. Nice to see you. Sorry it took me a while. Could be getting a new Bloodline member. Any word on whom? Tamatonga, of course. There's a slight chance of getting the Hall of Fame inductee this week or next week. See, I'm not really bothered this year. I don't know what it is. Oh. He's got a little bit of grey in his beard now, doesn't he, Roman? He looks good. Do you want to know a secret? If I grow mine, I've got a bit of grey in mine. I'm only 36. Am I the same age as Roman? This is when it starts, don't it? You get past 35, it's all downhill from there, physically. Hoping for Batista. That's a good shout. Oh, Mark, will you behave? Mark is saying the boringtation chamber is how we call it. See, I'm not going to lie, Mark. I know I was there. I was in the car, wasn't I? Well, you guys were on the live stream with Ant. I watched it back on Sunday night, and I actually thought it was all right. It wasn't earth-shattering as far as a pay-per-view goes, but I didn't think there was anything bad on it. Yeah, the chat show thing was a little bit ill-advised, but in terms of the matches, I thought they were pretty good. I thought the men's elimination chamber was great. I really did. I wasn't offended by anything else on the show. I get it was insanely predictable, but it always is in the run-up to Mania. No. Oh, Jimmy, you're trying too hard. Put it down. Sassy's telling me what she had for dinner. Always makes me hungry. I had a ham sandwich. That's all I had. That's all I had time for. Dinner at Gumbo with gnocchi. Oh, you have gnocchi in the United States? See, I thought gnocchi was a real English thing. Jalapeno cornbread and chocolate cheesecake. That sounds divine. Gumbo, that's very, very Cajun, isn't it? Very New Orleans. And Sunil Kumar is telling us his WhatsApp number. Per online, 880 sexy video, whatever that means. But yeah, we're all right. We're not in the market for that, Sunil Kumar. If that is your real name, Sunil has actually kindly posted that note to us 3 times. So, yeah, see, we don't really do bots on this channel, so goodbye. User blocked. Bye. Mark, I watched yesterday. Tag team match was pretty good. Rest forgettable. Sassy kind of got it right. Men's Elimination Chamber, though, Sassy, I thought it was all right. Women's wasn't bad. Norma, hello, Norma. Thank you for joining us earlier as well on the Wrestling Royalty stream. That was always nice to see you, mate. Make me some jalapeno cornbread a couple of times a week. Put diced gels in it. Yeah, baby. Roman. It's not going to end well for you at Mania. Or is it? Jason Solomon, Victoria needs a Legends Edition figure. I think I only have Sting. Can you see him? He's behind me on the shelf. Unless Jess has moved him. No, he's there. And hi, Norma. Maybe a little Rotel for colour. Hi, Jason. How are you? Clinton Smith. Hello, mate. How's it going, everyone? Good, you? Mark saying, I know we're not talking about AEW. No, we can talk about AEW, mate. Just if you want, do what you want. I can't stop you. But yeah, let's be honest. There's an AEW pay-per-view coming in on Sunday, so it can come up. I won't be covering. I think Anthony's covering it. Dan might be helping him, so we might have some Dan and Ant action. I'll be away. I'll be in Sherwood Forest in that hot tub, drinking all of it. So yeah, I know we're not talking AEW, but TK has permission from Owen Hart's widow, Sting, to come from the rafters yesterday. Yeah, to be fair, that's actually quite classy of him because, well, for obvious reasons. Norma, that's how I make it. Ooh, yeah. Sassy, I'd love to try your cooking, mate. I really, really would. Because you always just have the best things. So, who knows? Maybe one day we'll cook for you instead. How about that? That's more fair, isn't it? Norma says that was truly jaw-dropping when Sting came down like that. Yeah, look, it was. Look, I'm a massive Sting mark. Anyone who knows me well knows that. I imagine half of you have seen that video that we relentlessly shared, embarrassing me from All In. And if you don't know what that video is, it's... So Sting comes out to Metallica's Seek and Destroy. Now, I'm a big Metallica fan. Dom pokes fun at me for that, but I get why. I'm a big Sting fan, and when I was a kid, this is probably why I'm a Metallica fan, actually. Sting used to come out to Seek and Destroy, and that was like my era, my wrestling era. That's what got me into it. So, All In London, when Sting came out to that song, I scream, oh my God, at the top of my lungs. Guess who's recording me? And Dom catches it all on video, me being a massive... Oh, I'm sat in the press pit, by the way, surrounded by other journos, and I'm there marking out, flipping What Culture are in front of me and whoever else, and I'm there going, oh my God! And it gets uploaded to the internet. And it's on WrestleSpin. And it's on Gimme A Hull Yeah. And then other people are sharing it. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to own this, aren't I? So yeah, I'm a Sting mark. And I was a Sting mark the other day when he came down from the rafters once again. I didn't quite embarrass myself like I did it All In, but but it was pretty close. Anyway, Roman baby, come to me. I didn't know you had a thing for Roman Reigns, Sassy. I thought he was a little bit hairy for your taste. I thought you liked them a little bit more dishevelled and Moxley-like, you know? And who else? And you've got a few, haven't you? Who are on your hall pass list. Roman's 38. Thank you, Mark. So he's 2 years older than me. Oh, so that's how grey I'm going to be in 2 years, perhaps. I don't know. Some age of my wrestling stud, John Moxley. Control yourself until you've been away. So much for being poorly. Ava should be the female member of the Bloodline. The thing is, though, Jason, I like that idea. But I do feel like it's a bit early. Saying that, they made a bloody GM, didn't they? So knock yourself out, WWE. It's defo a bloke, I've heard. Yeah, there's a couple of contenders, isn't there? Let's not forget, guys, that there's been no reports of him signing with WWE yet. But Jacob Fatu is a free agent, and he's a family member, and you gotta think they've had conversations with him. I mean, all the Usos need to do is pass over his phone number. He's their cousin, and he's a massive deal on the indie scene. So it's only a matter of time before one of the big companies on Is The Rock. When I say one of the big companies, I'm talking AEW and WWE. Like, no disrespect to Ring of Honor, TNA, and we're saying that Ring of Honor, I suppose, owned on, say, people who own AEW, aren't they? So, but where are all the Samoan families? Where are all the Anoa'is and the Fatus working? It's WWE. WWE are going to get Jacob Fatu. He'd be nuts to go anywhere else. I love strawberry cheesecake. Me too, Jason. Me too. Hi, Sunil. I actually blocked Sassy for trying to make sexy time with, I think it was Mark. Or it could have been Norma. I don't know. Yeah, it's spam. It certainly was. Hi, Clinton. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Clinton. AW Revolution is bringing the meats. Although they scrapped that match, didn't they, Sassy? Like, they're still doing it, but they're just adding some less meaty people to it. Still happening, though. So Roman wants to go, but has to stay for Rock. Roman Rock heat. Oh, we know it's coming, Norma, don't we? It's defo coming. I love this. I've been rabbiting on for God knows how long, and they're still doing entrances. This is modern wrestling, folks. Roman, though. I could have cooked a fry up in that time. I will cook for you anytime. Only 35 minutes from Philly. See, Sassy, I'd be all over that. I really, really would, but I'm not going this year. You might be able to rope Sporsy into it, though. He'll be there. Him and his mate with their little knives and forks. But Dan was saying today, if they ever do Mania in San Francisco, we can go crash at his mum's pad. So that'd be cool. Hi, Dan's mum. We're all invading. Wrestling podcasters. But that'd be ace, because I've always wanted to go to San Francisco. Obviously, I've been to California before. I've been to LA for Mania last year, and never been to San Fran. So I'm game for that. Mark saying, for me, last thing I'll say about AEW Sting should be the main event. People are getting, yeah, no, I agree, mate. Like me and Dan were talking about this before. And mate, Mark, honestly, if you want to keep talking about AEW, mate, you do it. Honestly, it's an exciting pay-per-view coming up in the next few days. I don't know when the hell I'm going to be able to watch it, because I don't know what my internet's going to be like over there, and if I'm even going to get time. But I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to the Revolution card. There's been some AEW pay-per-views in the past 12 months, and some WWE ones that have just really not done it for me. But I love the look of this card, so yeah, I'm really excited. Steel culture. Let's be like, oh no, come on! We got some mates over there. Metallica rules, yeah, they do. That's the one I've heard. Jacob Fatu is a beast. He's a Samoan werewolf. Oh, here he is. Are we getting Rocky Socks? I think we're getting Rocky Socks. Quick question, right? And I don't mean anything by this. It's been a while. Is he going to be able to go, like, in the ring? Again, I know he's built for it, but ring rust is a legit thing, and He might surprise us. Who knows? I need Tamina and Nikki to come back to SmackDown. Nikki, who do we mean by Nikki? Yeah, Jason. Obviously, I know who Tamina is. But Ring of Honor. No, oh, Rutro. Oh, it's Scooby Doo. I see, Norma. I see. I thought you were saying Ring of Honor, but no, it's Rutro. Scooby Doo impression. I'm sorry about this squeaky chair, by the way. It's driving me mad. I need a new one, but you know, that's 50 quid I can't be arsed spending. I have one upstairs, so I'm never getting that out of the office. Jason saying, when is WrestleMania going to Las Vegas or a different country? Well, nobody knows completely, but now there is some speculation that Mania next year is either in Minneapolis or Las Vegas. They're the two contenders. I'd be more likely to go as in Minneapolis because I've always wanted to go to Minnesota, and I might have to for work anyway. In terms of when it's coming to a different country, look, I think they've already teased it coming to the UK. They've also slightly teased it going to Australia. But I no disrespect to my friends down under, I do think the UK is a bit more likely because not that they've got better or more fans or anything like that. I think it's just there's more of an infrastructure for that. The UK and America have. How do I say this very, very politely? There's more of a connection between the UK and America, kind of culturally and politically. No disrespect to Australia. You know, they're part of, I suppose, what you'd call the Anglosphere as well. But anyone who lives in America or lives in the UK knows it's like the UK and France, or like America and Canada. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit like that. So, and it was John Cena who came out and said it. So that carries a little bit more weight than a heel Grayson Waller saying what he said at the Australian thing. But I also think Canada are a great shout to be the first non-US nation to get WrestleMania. But my money's on London. My money is on, you know, one of the biggest, most significant cities in the world, being London, getting WrestleMania, because that's the sort of city that could just smash it, knock it out of the park. So, you know, and if you've ever been to London, you will know why. So that's why. Jason, Nikki Cross. I don't know, mate. I think she's had a baby. Has she not? I could be wrong. SmackDown is so low on women. They need some women soon. We got some women's matches tonight, dude. We've got Naomi and Tiffany Stratton, Bayley Dakota Kai versus the Kabuki Warriors. They're 6 women who are pretty awesome. According to Sabu, he thinks Heyman is one of the inductees. Oh, is it a bit early though? Like, obviously it's a done deal when the time comes, but is Heyman a little bit too involved in everything right now? God forbid he's not involved in things. You know, he's Heyman, he's awesome. But I don't know, it's just me. Government won't pay it. Do you mean the Aussies? Because I know the UK, there actually is, I know because I've spoken to one of them. There is a politician, there are politicians lobbying the UK government saying, look, we need to do everything we can to tempt WWE over here. Because it's only a matter of time if the UK gets more significant pay-per-views. Like, we've had Money in the Bank. And Money in the Bank's what? They call it the Big Five now, don't they? Money in the Bank is one of them. So I think WWE will test the water with something bigger than Money in the Bank first. And even if they do WrestleMania here, we're looking at like 2027, 2028 at the very earliest. So, but I'm confident it'll happen. Ready for some wrestling? Got cognac and a cigar. Oh, Sassy, that sounds divine. 2 things I love. 3 things I love. Chris McCart's in. Hey, hello, mate. I acknowledge Bayley and Dakota Kai. Yeah, me too, dude. You need some more female heels? Maybe so. Kabuki Warriors, though. Wicked. Cody Crybaby's sign. That's great. And hi, Chris. Good to see you. Our government won't pay it. To be fair, I don't think it's been seriously discussed yet. They've got other things to concern themselves with, but it would need to be realistically proposed for it to be realistically debated. But I think they cough up. It's different with AEW because AEW rented Wembley, where WWE do things differently, but they were willing to pay out for Clash at the Castle, and that cost them a pretty penny, and it made its money back. So, and the same with Money in the Bank was a much smaller show at the O2, but I don't know. I'd be confident. I think WWE is the issue because there's a lot of moving parts in WWE that don't like the idea of doing Mania outside of America, but they're going to have to eventually. You know, if they really truly want to be a global company, and look, if you're an American company running shows and you want to do a show outside of the US and you need a very significant, big and cosmopolitan city to do a show, it's London, isn't it? Come on. I hate going to London, but I'm always happy to get there. I'm always happy to get out. But what other contenders are there outside of the US? London's the one. Sorry, it just is. It's a beast. It's a massive, massive bloated beast of a city, but it's huge and it's, you know. Anyway, it's we'll see. All injured, yeah. SmackDown needs Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich. Oh, you know what, though, Sassy? I'm happy with them being in TNA right now. I really am. They're great there. More chance of England winning the World Cup than Wembley getting Mania 41 to 46. But it might be after that. England winning the World Cup is something I just let go of forever, to be fair. But in terms of Mania, no, I think it will happen. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. But I do think it'll happen in my lifetime because I actually think it's inevitable. And I don't think the issue is getting the government to pay out for it. I think you can make the case for that pretty easily, mathematically. I think the issue is WWE, the culture at WWE. And in truth, I've heard that from the horses, man. I'll be one moment. Oh, it'd be helpful if I unmuted myself, wouldn't it? So do you know what's funny? The Rock is still talking. Like, I know I'm still talking, but it's kind of my job. Otherwise, you just sat here looking at my face. And no one wants that. I'm looking forward to it. If you can hear something in the background, by the way, guys, it's my cat going absolutely ape crap at my window. And I've just sat down again, so he's going to have to wait a little while. Like, I know it's cold out there, but he does have a cat flap. He can get into our garage and it is nice and warm in there. He just doesn't want to be in there. He wants to be in bed with Jess. That's what he wants to do. And it sounds a bit cruel, but he's just going to have to wait because I can't keep, because the minute I let him in, he'll want to go out again. So, you know, he's going to have to just stay there for now. But anyway, I want Masha to beat up Logan Paul for me. Oh, Sassy, you're not going to like this. I'm going to write an article for WrestleSphere, not next week, but the week after, perhaps, about why Logan Paul is really good. So look forward to that. Because I know you'll read it. As one of our key supporters. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is weird. Let me know if you notice this. Every time I take a swig of my beer, it kind of like lights up my camera. It's bizarre. I'm using a different computer, you see, this time. It's got a better picture than the one I usually use. Like, I look back at some of the previous streams, it's like, oh my god. Or like something like South Park was gone blocky and weird. Right, we are, ladies and gentlemen, half an hour into this episode of SmackDown, and we're still on. We've had an ad break, but we're still on the opening segment of the Bloodline speaking to each other. I'm not against it. This is crazy. But we have got some good matches planned tonight. Just don't know when they're actually going to happen. Is Misfit not with us tonight, or Hassan? He was in earlier, Hassan. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to tell Hassan when he gets here. But do you remember the last 2 streams I did and we didn't have access to the vote? Yeah, that's still happening because I got to bed, I forget, and a week or 2 go by. So here we are. Sorry. We did a stream earlier with discussing the Mania card after Elimination Chamber, and it's stacking up quite nicely. We've got all I think the big 4 matches we've got now, don't we, for the 4 World Championships. So that's something. I'm dead excited for Mania actually this year. In terms of like, obviously not as excited as I was last year when I was busy packing my case to go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just kind of having a house to myself. I'm going to watch. I've got like Thursday night to Monday to watch it. Thursday, and I've got a bunch of indie shows and stuff to watch. Presumably TNA and New Japan will do something. Supercard of Honor, gotta watch that. NXT. NXT is actually on at I think 5 p.m. UK time because it's on 12 p.m. in lunchtime in the US in Philly. So just like last year, it was on dead early last year because it was on California time. It was on Pacific time, wasn't it? So I think me, Andy, and Jack were there dead early in the morning to watch NXT. But yeah, this year I get to watch NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver live, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll be watching it when you guys watch it, which is pretty cool. And oh, here he is. Michael is in. Says hi guys, in a hotel room with a bunch of friends, and they all say hi. And we might join you guys for AW on Sunday, as it will pop up at as Albert Martinez. That's my friend, and we'll watch it with you guys, mate. I will be in. You might like this, Michael. I don't know if you're a fan of Robin Hood movies, but I'll be in Sherwood Forest on Sunday. Well, all of next week actually, in a cabin in the woods, having a bit of a vacation. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But so I won't be with you. But I am here tonight because I'm going away tomorrow. So, and just actually saying hi to Michael. And say hello to your friends. Are you all in a hotel room? Hope you're all having a few drinks. Or are you all under 21? Oh, mate, that sucks. Get to the UK, turn 18, it's party time. Seth and Cody versus the Balding Line. Sorry, mate. Versus the Balding Line, night 1. Rocks. Mate, my airline's changing. I don't care what anyone says. But I am 36. I've still got a lot of hair. It's just not what it was. There you go. Hi, Box Buddy. How are you? Recuperating, of course, Sassy. We do hope you're getting better. I know you've had some tough times. So, but I know you saw the doctor today, didn't you? So I'm very much hoping you're on the mend because it's I don't want to say anything unless you want to say it. So, but yeah, we do hope you're doing all right. You know. And so does Michael, by the looks of it. We need a gong for The Rock. Hint, gong show. What's going on here? What's going on here? One of them's going to crack a smile. How long is this going to go on for? Are they breathing? Well, they are blinking at least. I thought they were dead. Oh. If Seth and Cody wins, Cody will be freed of the bloodline. Night 2. The bald and hair connection wins. Bloodline rules on night 2. Oh, awesome. Have fun time. I will, mate. My plan is to just sit in a hot tub, drink. I've said this a few times already. Drink beer, get out, read my book, maybe play Nintendo Switch. That's what I plan on doing. Going around, there's some nice bars and stuff nearby, so I'll go to that. Oh, they're still friends. Got a bunch of snacks. Oh, that does sound good. Oh, yeah. Because I'm laughing at you for not being too young to drink. Because you are over 18, aren't you, Michael? I do forget. So in the UK, you could go ham, mate. You could go ham. Have your ID on you. My wife still gets ID'd, but it's because she's incredibly short. They're all wrestling fans, by the way. Oh, good. I should hope so. Dan Hargreaves and I won't say any more than this, but we were discussing his stag night earlier. And I was like, presumably you're bringing a crew of lads who aren't wrestling fans? And he was like, no, pretty much everyone's a wrestling fan. I was like, oh, right, wow, okay. Well, that's cool. At least we won't be a group of nerds surrounded by some, lesser nerds or less nerds. You know what I mean? Solo chance. Solo's the key to all of this, though, don't you? We're asking Rock to acknowledge him. Rock did the stab in the back gesture to Roman. Something's going down, isn't it? Rock acknowledges Roman. He has no choice right now. Roman's got the belt. He's the boss. The good news is the whole Rock versus Roman thing, we are going to get that. It's just not going to be at Mania. And I'm fine with that. Wherever you do that, it's a big deal. Wherever. It doesn't really need to be Mania. SummerSlam, all about it. Just funny. I've been doing live streams since 9 p.m. Right. It's now 20 to 2 in the morning. I'm still here and I'm exhausted. But I've got through an entire box of these. I've got 2 more. This was a 12-pack. I've demolished them. I've either got a problem or I've had a long day. Oh, I love Austin Theory's t-shirt. Look at that. That's beautiful. Does anyone remember when that's what the logo looked like? Oh, my mind's ancient. Oh. Gotta go. Love y'all. Hopefully I'll see y'all on Sunday, hopefully. But you won't see me, mate. I might pop up in the comments at some point. Oh my God, Randy Orton's enormous. Have fun, Michael. I forgot to ask what you're doing. Oh God, it's Beavis and Butthead. That actually works. Oh my God. Grayson Waller actually does have a Beavis and Butthead shaped head. That's incredible. Oh God, I hope if I ever interview him, he doesn't see that. But he sort of does, doesn't he? Look at him. And I'm not doing the Cornholio impression. I've done it on stream before. I'm not doing it again. No, I'm not doing it. Does Austin Theory... I don't know. I don't know if I love this tag team or not. You sold out chance to Rock. For now. My money's... Oh, sorry. Was that my first yawn? No, it wasn't my first, was it? I keep track of my yawns when I do this. Yeah, I think Rock's turning face at Mania. After all the matches and stuff, I do think... I don't think he's going to be the bad guy the whole time. I think Roman Reigns will piss him off somehow. I bet money on that. Hopefully Logan and Orton get a feud because of Logan's actions. Do you know what, Norma? I kind of took the events at Elimination Chamber to signify Orton versus Logan at Mania. Andy made a really good point on the Wrestling Royalty stream about how Orton and his RKO were almost a meme. So, and at the same time, Orton is like the antithesis of Logan Paul in terms of wrestling. So, a match between the two of them, a personality, a styles clash. Like, obviously, Orton is born to do this. He's a third generation wrestler. It's in his blood. He was brought up with this. Logan Paul is a guy who kind of thought, oh, right, I'm going to try this, and then ended up being really good at it. So they actually are a great match. And I think the two of them could make magic at WrestleMania. And I'm really excited by the prospect of that at Mania. Oh, sassy! Right, I'm going to do it once, and I'm only going to say I am Cornholio.
I am Cornholio, and I need Yippee for me back home.
There we go. That's what I'm doing. I'm about to get banned from YouTube. There you go. I did it. I did it once. Hopefully it will never be seen again. And I'll just live stream that. Oh, well. I've done it before. Rock's doing the I again. Sorry, the L. Ah, yes. I love me some Beavis and Butthead. The old guy version of them is hilarious. Hey, I'm the old guy version of... No, I do too. It cracks me up. I think my wife once saw me watching it and was like, what is funny about this? I was like, are you serious? Where were you in the 90s? What were you doing? Thank you. Is that what Thank you. Like I just passed you the salt. Oh, dear. Discovery Plus and all the ads. I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping that when Netflix gets WWE, there are no more ads. But I'm not going to hold my breath. But do they need it on Netflix? The money they're getting. Love them. I'm Ren and Stimpy. I could never get into Ren and Stimpy. But I think it's a bit before my time. I think I'm... Beavis and Butthead was quite popular, but even that was petering out when I was just kind of getting into that type of humour. I was there for the genesis of South Park, though. That was brilliant. Although recently, Trey Parker and Matt Stone said they'd love to pretend the first 3 seasons didn't exist. I disagree. I think they did some good episodes in those first 3 seasons. Especially that first Halloween special. That was brilliant. That's still my favourite South Park episode to this day. So I think Tiffany Stratton's winning this by shenanigans. Oh my God, how many yards is what am I going to do? Saw Naomi, which was Trinity, live a few months ago at TNA UK tour. She was the Knockouts Women's Champion. She lost the belt to Jordan Grace. Yeah, well, she didn't do it at that event. She was the champ at the time. She actually wrestled... I've forgotten her name. What's her name? I'm tired. Giselle Shaw. Good match as well. Bloody hell, Tiffany Stratton. Thoughts on Tiffany Stratton, guys? Hard to believe the same guy does the voice of Hank, does their voices. Hank Hill. Oh, right, on King of the Hill. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I am Cornholio.
See, it's a good job I've got a hood, isn't it? So I can actually do a decent Cornholio. I will text the boys in the morning and say, right, go through the stream. You'll see me doing a Beavis and Butthead Cornholio impression. That's going to probably get over. Rock Roman segment, 40 goddamn minutes. It was, wasn't it? That's mad. That's got to be a first, hasn't it? Like, we'd laugh it was 20 minutes, but 40, that's something else. Before we actually got a match, that is crazy. Although, like, I enjoyed Elimination Chamber, but my God, it was... there wasn't a huge amount of wrestling. But the SmackDown show, I'm so glad I didn't do a stream. I'm sorry, guys, last week, because I watched that SmackDown show back, right, on my own. And there was like, what, 20 minutes of wrestling in that entire episode? It was ad break, Elimination Chamber promo, backstage segment, ad break, Elimination Chamber promo. I couldn't get my head around it. Like, there was some good wrestling on the show as well, but it was so broken up by the ad breaks and the Elimination Chamber promos, you didn't get to see it. It probably all right if you were at the live crowd, but watching it, it was the most pointless episode of SmackDown I've ever watched. But what are you going to do? That's the industry. This has been a marginally better, but to be fair, I'm looking forward to watching that Roman and Rock segment again when I can just focus on it. So, because I love that stuff, so I'm all right with that. But yeah, 40 minutes. That's new. See, I wish Misfit was it, because even though they've done that before. Because that man has a hard drive for a brain. A solid state hard drive with the latest updates. I mean that as a complete compliment. Tiffany Chance in the US as well. Damn, she's over. She's great. And do you know what I kind of like? How she's the opposite paradigm. Like like back in the day, a few years ago, if we saw someone who looks like Tiffany Stratton, we'd roll our eyes and not, for God's sake. Yeah, she looks great, but boring. You know, she's not going to be able to go. Well, Stratton can, and I really like that. And she's also not from a wrestling background, but has taken to it like a duck to water. So massive respect to Tiffany Stratton. I think she's great. Can't wait to see what she does. Hassan is saying, can you get me a vote, please? I saw you on the AEW Revolution earlier. You certainly did, Hassan. I was wondering where you are, mate. I'm afraid, pal, same as last time, dude. I still haven't got access to the YouTube because I'm on this computer, and it's completely my fault. So I do apologise, but I can't do a vote on YouTube. So I promise I will sort it out. I go to bed at 3 a.m. and then forget for a week. So it's completely my fault. But tell us who you vote for in the comments. I prefer that. That'd be all right. We'll do that if you don't mind. She's a better version of Lacey Evans, like her aerial wrestling. Yeah, like that. Her moonsault, or she calls it the prettiest moonsault ever. Well, she ain't joking, is she? She does one of the most hard-hitting moonsaults I've ever seen. She's bloody brilliant. Me and Tino are doing AEW Revolution preview. Bath tomorrow night before AEW Collision. Me and Tino are doing an AEW Revolution preview after Bath. So that sounds like you and someone called Tino are having a bath during AEW Collision. But I think that's a typo. But you're doing it. Oh, you're doing your own stream, Hassan. If you send us the link, mate, we'll share it. Share it on our channel if you want. Happy to do that. Hi, Hassan. Love Gorilla. She is awesome. Pretty much for those who miss Cody, and Seth beats Rock and Roman Bloodlines banned from night 2 main event. Everything goes. Oh, that popped me. That's brilliant. Yeah, please do the picture in the chat. Yeah, sorry, it is my fault. Oh, Godzilla. I wondered what you meant. Who's Godzilla? I love Godzilla. I can't wait to see Godzilla versus Kong next month. No, it's this month, isn't it? No, they're on the same team this time. It's Godzilla and Kong versus some other douchebag. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be great. They're my guilty pleasure, those Godzilla and Kong movies. They really are. I vote for Naomi. I see. I'm going for Stratton, Sam. Tiffany, yeah. Oh, that. Oh, yes, sir. That popped the ever-living crap out of me. Reason why screen kept going black is because there was a Die Rocky Die signs in the crowd. Oh, what is wrong with people? Come on. What is it, 1993? Idiots. Like, I mean, Rock, you suck. Fine. Something like that. But Die Rocky Die? Come on. There's no need for that, is there? What's wrong with people? Of course, the first night, it'll be Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman Bloodline. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think night 2 will be where all the title changes and shit go down. But I like the idea of Gunther perhaps being on night 1 and retaining, perhaps over Sami Zayn. That's what I'm thinking. Because this Gunther title reign is money. But I think Randy Orton's taking it off Paul. I've been wrong before. I don't blame him, Mark. Honestly, I don't blame him. I think, I'm not gonna lie. If I was WWE or the building and I saw that chant, I'd be like, mate, for starters, go back to the Attitude Era when this was relevant. Secondly, what's wrong with you? Oh, is Fox are mad at it, are they? Well, I can't. Again, mate, I don't blame them. If I was the network, if I was anyone involved in the authority side of things, I'd be a bit annoyed. And did Tiffany Stratton just won? Did she win clean as well? Tiffy time. Imperium versus Judgment Day. Sassy, you might get your wish. I'm predicting Mania. Me and Andy Spores were discussing this earlier. We're kind of thinking they might do like a 4-corner match, 4 tag teams, maybe a ladder match or something, or a tornado match with multiple tag teams. Maybe the winner gets a shot at the champs. Who knows? It'd just be a good way of getting everybody, more teams on screen. Because I'm sorry, Judgment Day versus Our Bloody Truth and The Miz just isn't enough. Sorry, it's just not. But yeah, no more. I think you're onto something because I do think it could be a red herring. But Zayn beats Gunther, Priest cashes in and takes the belt from Zayn. It's simple but good, So I know we discussed it. God, no more. We discussed this how many hours ago was it? I've been sat in this seat, getting up to get a beer and have a wee the whole time. That's bad, isn't it? But yeah, no, I love that idea, mate. I really do. I still don't know if they're going to fully do it, but it's certainly. I wouldn't be unhappy with it, Damian Priest needs to cash in now, sooner rather than later, or this is just going to become boring. I was in the room when he won it in London, and I'm like, it was a while ago now. Money in the Bank was, what was it, July? Next month's April. He's held it a while now. I don't mind long Money in the Bank briefcase, not reigns, but you know what I mean. I really don't mind them. I loved Austin Theories because he kept on trying and failing. So it was only a matter of time before he either succeeded or utterly failed. But yeah, I feel like with this Priest one, if they don't do something soon, we're just going to not care, Will anyone ever beat Seth Rollins? But they said that about Edge, didn't they? And then Rollins happened. So we'll see. Wow, so we're actually getting the Dakota Kai and Bayley versus the Kabuki Warriors. A couple of weeks out from Mania. Makes sense, I suppose. I love their entrance. I always thought it'd be interesting if Dakota had stayed with them and been their mouthpiece. Not that they need it, but them being silent and vicious was quite effective. But that is a dangerous trio. And the amount of talent in it is unreal. Tiff wins, damn. See, I vote for Kabuki Warriors. Heads would explode if that happens. Yeah, and do you know what? It's like I said earlier, Nomar, on that earlier stream we did earlier tonight. I think it'd really put over the IC Championship. See, I'm of the view that Drew re-signed a long time ago, and they're working the dirt sheets. That's my opinion, because from a business point of view, it just makes sense, and it kind of leans into Drew's current character. Like, they're getting free time on Google the longer the world doesn't know about it. So that's a mad amount of subtle publicity. I think it's genius. Right, I'll give you my predictions now. So I predict Cody wins. I predict Gunther retains. Logan loses to Randy. McIntyre beats Seth. I think Becky Lynch beats Rhea. And I think Bayley beats Io. I'm not 100% sure on the Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch thing, actually. I think if Becky lost, she could turn heel. We're going to have to just vote in the comments, Hassan. Is there a match happening right now? I'm half asleep. Yeah, Paul's not available. I'll try. I won't be here next week, but I'll try and get him back for the week after. Dan and Ants work fine. Fightful are saying Sting's match is the planned main event at the weekend. Well, that's pretty cool. See, I wouldn't have minded if the heavyweight championship match went on last and Sting went on second to last. Like, you know, this is from a 30-year Sting fan. I wouldn't have minded that. But main event works too. Right, I'm opening this beer and I've lost count of how many I've had. Yeah, I feel sober as a judge. Here's Bayley. And Dakota. I vote for Bayley's team. You are optimistic, my friend. Swerve winning Sunday. Oh, sassy. Sassy, sassy, sassy. Samoa Joe is going to stack him, is what he's going to do. Not Swerve's time, man. Not Swerve's time. I think Swerve needs to hold the TNT or something for a bit. I could be wrong. But I think you don't put that belt on Samoa Joe until, I don't know, you're ready for someone to take off him after a while. You got someone called Stella in. Hello, Stella. Nice to meet you. Kabuki Warriors are going to town. Warriors winning this match. See, I agree with you on that one, Sassy. Just don't agree with you on Swerve or Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns wins again, there'll be bloody civil war. Hi, Stella. How are you, says Sassy? Let's hope this isn't a situation like earlier. Are you a gamer? I'm more than just a gamer, Stella. I'm a gaming journalist. I'm even worse. But yes, very much so. Bayley's going up high. Oh, but Kairi Sane's not going to have it. See, that was hilarious. All Kairi did is just like whack her in the arse. She went flying. People are going to be all over that on Reddit and social media tomorrow. And we all know why. You have a nice speaking voice. Thank you very much. North of England, Lancashire. And not Hull, like everybody thinks. But the only Gimme A Hull... Oh, saying that, technically Andy's not from Hull either, is he? But he's closer than I am. Yeah, it's funny that. I think a lot of people think we English... we all either speak like Batman's butler or we're East End gangsters. Yeah. Or we're groundskeeper Willie. And we're Scottish. You're from The Simpsons. Here's a thought. What are Kabuki Warriors doing at WrestleMania? Like, they've got the belts, don't they? Is there a... Because it won't be Bayley and Dakota. So... And I'm assuming they're going to hold them into Mania. So what female tag teams, folks, have we got that could give them a run for their money at Mania? Because you've got to think there's got to be a match. Because it's, let's be honest, it's not WrestleMania unless they defend every belt. It's in my opinion. I hate it when they skip a belt. Real stickler for that. Sassy's saying Roman will win because The Rock interferes. Cody takes out the bloodline and wins at SummerSlam. See, Sassy, they've done that before with Brock Lesnar. I think something happens night one, and The Rock gets frustrated with Roman Reigns and maybe even abandons him midway through the match. And then I'm going to refer you to the fantasy booking I've been doing for a year with Solo Sikoa getting fed up of Roman Reigns. I think the bloodline will run out. Maybe even Rollins, perhaps, unless he's too beaten up from his match with Drew, and help Cody overcome his challenges. I think a reunited bloodline with Sami Zayn walk out, abandoning Roman, leaving him to Cody's mercy. Cody finishes him off 1, 2, 3, finishes the story. That's me. But who knows? I've said it before. I've been wrong before. Hang on, did Dakota just turn on Bayley? Did I just miss that? Oh, man! Shit, whoa! Well, that was the end of a beautiful friendship. Stella's saying, what time now in your... Oh, what time is it here? It's 2 a.m., Stella. 5 minutes past 2 in the morning. I am insane. It's what we do. I know, I didn't actually see that coming. So the whole chair thing was a work. Ah, Misfit. Misfit was right. So she is going to be their mouthpiece. Well, more than their mouthpiece. She's their... Oh, blimey. Let's be honest, though. It makes Bayley even more of a babyface, doesn't it? Dakota turns on Bayley. Ooh, I didn't see that coming. I kind of seen it coming. I actually thought it was so obvious they wouldn't do it. Seriously. She was a mole. What are they? The KGB? Makes sense, though. It is pretty cool. Yeah, you can hear my cat. I will let him in shortly. What was even the point? Like, you had her trust. You could have kept that going all the way till Mania. You know? Turn on her at Mania where it matters, where the belt's on the line. Oh, that's just me. Randy Orton versus Austin Theory. That should be a banger. Speaking of bangers, is Braun Breaker. I think the word we're looking for the Japanese mafia is the Yakuza, Sassy. I don't think they can use that on WWE, though. But yeah, 2:05 in the morning here. Or 2:06 now. I feel like the first hour of this show, weirdly, most of that being taken up by The Rock and Roman in the ring talking. But I feel like that hour flew. Now it's dragging a little bit. Damn, Bron. Sassy, is this another one of your boy toys? Possibly, potentially, if he's amenable. You might have to fight off Cora Jade, though. I think she's got her claws deep into Bron Breakker, from what I hear. There are worse places to be. Breakker looks like one of the old WCW big bodies, like Buff Bagwell. Do you know what he looks like to me? A baby Steiner. A baby Steiner would rip you in half. But yeah, absolutely. Oh, I see. You are getting greedy. That's what you're getting. Oh, even me and Dan Hargreaves aren't as bad as you. No, we are. Just the difference is I'm on camera. And my wife watches this back. Who's Tiffany Stratton? Eh? Oh, that's good Australia. I'm going to be wired. It's going to get to 3 a.m. and I'm going to be wired. And we have a few new people tonight, so thank you for joining us tonight. It's nice to see you here. Do please like and subscribe and come back and be part of this community. Because I tell you what, without that's, you know, we don't come back every week, me and the boys, for hundreds and hundreds or thousands of new people. We come back for the same people. The small but committed audience. That's what we keep doing it for. So, because that means a lot more, if that makes sense. And that's stuff we've all discussed personally, you know. Just inside this comment. Round 3 cognac, trying to get my pneumonia drunk. Is that a viable strategy? Because, I mean, if it is, if it happens to me, I'll try it. Because I'll tell you what, Sassy, if I went to the doctor and they said, dude, you've got to get pissed, I'd be all over that. Yeah. Oh, sorry, doctor, I couldn't possibly manage it. I won't tell you what was wrong with me last week, but flipping heck, it was bad. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It was awful. Yeah, drink it into submission, Sassy. Make the bastard tap out. Oh my God, it's Jade Cargill. She looks like a brick wall. Look at her abs. They bounce off her and die. Norma says, what is that orange can of beer you're drinking, Sam? It is. We're not sponsored or anything. I just like the beer. It's Estrella. It's from Barcelona. It's Bron Breakker, wicked. It's 4.6%, so it's not like strong, but it ain't weak either. So yeah, I'm feeling it. I can sleep. Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, sleep. I used to remember what that was. No, I am going to sleep until flipping midday tomorrow. I'll tell you now. When The Rock hit the L, Heyman actually looked this time. It's a good story because I'm a bit unsure. Oh my God, is that? That's Zion Quinn. We haven't seen him in months. And they're using him as a jobber. Why would you use a guy who looks like that as a jobber? Oh, seriously, that's burial. Oh, my Lord. What is even the .1 spear? I swear to God, those two had a match in NXT that lasted longer than that. Well, at least Zion Quinn still works there. But look at the guy. If you built a wrestler in a lab, it'd look like him. And he's a Samoan as well. Now, I don't know if Bayley is going to win WWE Championship at WrestleMania 40. Oh, Chris, I think she absolutely is, mate. I think that's what all this is building to. Sassy, I'm glad you asked. That is Zion Quinn. Yeah, now he's dead. It was Zion Quinn. He is a former rugby player in Australia who is now a wrestler. He's also a Samoan. He's not part of like the Hawaii clan or anything like that. But he was an interesting guy. He was on NXT for a bit. He was very prominently featured on NXT. Then called up to the main roster and disappeared. So I don't know if he just failed to impress in NXT or whatever it was. I just don't know. But I thought he was great. I really did. I thought he was brilliant. So he actually had with who's on screen right now, Elektra Lopez and Zion Quinn actually had a very brief on-screen romance in NXT. You forget now. So it's a bit disappointing to see him getting such the jobber treatment, because look at the guy. He still works there, so they clearly think he's a prospect. WWE, if you're watching this, can we see some more of Zion Quinn? Come on. If you don't want him on the main roster, send him back to bloody NXT. Rock scored with his Cody Crybaby thing. Well, Carlito looks grizzled and huge these days, doesn't he? Santos Escobar is amazing. Why is my phone buzzing? I don't normally touch my phone when I do this, but I'm curious to know why it's buzzing. Oh, there we are. Here's Carlito. I feel like this LWO thing has died a bit of a death. Does anybody else feel like that? Don't get me wrong, I still like seeing it, but I feel like it was hot as hell when they were going to Puerto Rico. And then it's kind of, I don't know, fizzled out a bit. That's just me. I don't know. Zelina sightings. She's brilliant, Zelina Vega. And absolutely lovely as well. When we met her. Dom had a great chat with her. Dom was like, so, right, okay, you're married to Malachi Black. Seriously, like, what is your taste in music and his taste in music? Has he influenced you and got you into all these cool, like, metal bands and stuff? And she's like, oh, man, I've influenced him. It was ace. Carlito went from a cute kid to a scary monster, no in between. I don't know, I think he put a few hours in at the gym and grew some facial hair, is what he did. No more apples, just meat. Badass. Joey reminds me of, because I've seen way more of him in recent years than Carlito. AR Fox. He's currently in Ring of Honor, AR Fox. He had a bit of a run in AEW, but I think they moved him to ROH. Which is fine, because ROH is actually a really good spot for him. That's what he can be a big star there. God, it's 2:15 in the morning, over 45 minutes. I vote for Carlito. See, Sam, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think Escobar's got this one. Through chicanery. Drew, my Drew. You are being greedy tonight, Sassy. You are being greedy as all hell. Zion Quinn was the new flavour of the week. Yes, I am greedy. You have your Samoan flavour on tonight. Oh. speaking of like Samoan and things, oh, hello. Guess what? I'm watching Megamind Doomsday movie. How dare you? You should be watching SmackDown and me and nothing else. So I discovered this week we were doing some ancestry stuff, and my God, am I a mongrel? A mixture of so many different things. It's pretty cool. See, I always thought we were Greek, my family, and we are. But we found out on one side of my family, like we go all the way back to Poland, who came to the UK to escape the Nazis. So that side of the family is all Jewish, and we were all rabbis, which is pretty cool. We've got some cool names as well. We're all called like Malachi. We actually have a Malachi in there, which I thought was pretty cool. And then on the other side, we're all Scots, and we fought the English and gave them difficulties. So love that. So I thought that was pretty fun as well. So yeah, there you go. I'm a right mixed bag, me. And we have a word for that. It's called being English, because every English person is a right mixed bag. No such thing as well, of course there is, but you know what I mean. We're a nation of immigrants. We're a nation of of things mixing together, and I think that's amazing. In memory of Michael Virgil Jones. Oh, Virgil. Had a rough week, haven't we? Ole Anderson and then Virgil. And Virgil, 61. That's no flipping age, is it? Like, my mum's 64, and she's like, hasn't changed since she was 40. You know what I mean? It's like, I actually don't know what happened to Virgil. I might need to look into it, because I think I've been a little bit too sad to look into it. My sister did ours. We ended up in China. Oh, that's mad. How far back? We talking like First Emperor? We talking... That's... Wow. I know I've got a little bit of Mongolian as well, which I think is awesome. So that means we go and smash walls, yo. Fun fact about walls. That was a reference to the Great Wall of China, of course. But on my mini moon, so after we got married, we didn't go straight on our honeymoon. We went for a couple of days in a gorgeous spa hotel in the Lake District in England. We had a cruise planned for our honeymoon a few weeks later, but we just shot in a few days just to, like, you know, when you get married, just a few days just to be together and decompress and get our heads together. And we spent, I won't give you all of the details, of course, but we spent an awful lot of time drinking and partying, you know, and being in the spa and relaxing and sinking cocktails and all of this. And on the second night, we were so burnt out that we sat in bed platonically and watched a 2-hour documentary on the Great Wall of China. And I turned to her and said, "Is this how you expected to spend your mini moon?" And she was like, "Yeah, absolutely." She was, because I knew we'd burn ourselves out on the first day. And we went straight back to partying the next day. But no, it was good. Mini moons are a massive deal in the UK now. People they get married, they do their mini moon, which is like 2 or 3 nights away. And then they do their proper like honeymoon, like a 2-week honeymoon after that. And as far as I'm concerned, you get 2 honeymoons out of it. So hell yeah, we were doing that. Also means you can save a bit of money and plan it that way and stuff like that. Oh, wow. So Sassy's saying, my father was half Cherokee. Oh, he does Native American. No, that's insane. My mum was Manhattan Indians. My ancestors came over to Alaska with Chinese and Alaskan heritage. So I've got to ask this because I'm a massive history buff, Sassy. So did they come over across the Bering Strait? Or whatever it was? Because a massive portion of, obviously, the human population came. Well, let's be honest, we all began in Africa, didn't we? And then we spread everywhere else. And a lot of us kind of went up into Scandinavia, and we walked across from Scandinavia to, and a lot of people walked. A lot of people walked from Russia to the Americas, didn't they? So correct me if I'm wrong. That's how human beings obviously got to America, of course. Say what you want about the Vikings and then Christopher Columbus. The people who discovered America were the people who discovered America and settled it and became the Native Americans. And this is a wrestling podcast, and we are discussing some stuff tonight. This is great. You don't get this on the Dynamite stream or the Raw stream. Shots fired, boys. Yeah, it's probably why they have more viewers. Hey, not always. Only right now. Only currently. I've got Sassy back now, so I'm not worried. And we're monetized, so we're all good. Recommendation. Read The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Oh, that William Shirer. See, that's anything to do with those buggers. I'm not going to say the word, Sassy. You know what I mean. Those pricks. It just upsets me. Also, after learning what I learned about my lot coming from Poland to successfully escape, I feel a little bit more attuned to it, which is a bit strange, isn't it? Not that I was ever not sympathetic or whatever. You know, let's be honest. There are clear good guys and bad guys. So not always, but in this case, there are good guys and bad guys in history, and I think we all know who the bad guys were there. And why it's important to make sure that doesn't happen again, or we don't allow it to. I might take you up on that, Sassy, because I'm not gonna lie to you though. My reading list is insane. Like, it's longer than my game list, and that's badass. Oh, see, I'm glad I've done tonight because I won't be here next week. Watch next week be the flipping night where everything goes down. But to be fair, Roman Reigns and The Rock have been on tonight's episode, so that's all right. Do you remember that episode I didn't do and then bloody John Cena came back? Dan Jones, see, I know all about Dan Jones. Yes, Dan Jones is superb. Yeah. Does a lot of documentaries over here in the UK, Dan Jones. Does a lot of like historical recreations where he's talking over stuff, and he's a big deal. He's a big deal to people like me and Jess who snap up everything he does. Particularly all his work on the Plantagenets. Fascinating. I can tell you what my lot were up to then as well. We had some Scottish aristocracy who bent the knee to William the Conqueror because they were clever. And they thought, right, we can either be nothing or we can bend the knee to this French Viking and keep everything we have. So they did and did. So, yeah, smart. Although they did lose it all a couple of centuries later by trying to help a bunch of people who are being religiously persecuted. So, yeah. So we were good guys. We've always been good guys. That's maybe enough history for one night. Let's do some wrestling history. I'm too tired. I don't know. I think we scared everybody off, Sassy. Good. We'll do it. We'll make a. You know what? I actually considered doing a wrestling YouTube channel. Not wrestling, but a history YouTube channel a year or two ago. I won't say what my idea was, but because I've got all this useless knowledge sticking around in my brain, I thought I might do something with it. But, I mean, let's be honest. When your day job is writing about video games, and then you and your mate run a wrestling website, like, that's the dream. So, hell no, I'm not going to go and do something academic for no money. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of celebrating with work this week as well. I feel good about it. So things kind of went my way. So I feel really very very happy about it. And WrestleSphere as well. I've never been so I've never been so happy at the moment with WrestleSphere. We're getting opportunities coming our way and stuff like that. So it's, yeah, from a work point of view, it's been a very good week. Shout out to TNA, by the way. TNA give WrestleSphere so many opportunities, and we're so grateful. So if you like Gimme A Hull Yeah, I'd say please go and watch some TNA, because they're helping us do what we're doing, really. The more success Dom gets, from the Soundsphere family of things we do, the more he can support Gimme A Hull Yeah, I suppose. Ant does a lot, behind the scenes as well. So, Ant, and we'd be lost without Dan. God, if I'm ever stuck on something technical, Dan's the first person I ring. I don't know what I bring to the table. I think I'm just a gobshite in a hat. No, I'm joking. I do all the social media and marketing stuff. So it's kind of cool that we all have our little space that we manage and we run. Really good team, actually. And the more I think about it, if I was ever setting up a company or something, they're them and Andy, they're the people whose doors I'm knocking on. I'll tell you now. What's going on here? Come on, Carlito. Oh, Sassy says, audiobooks for me. Read 45 books last year. Yeah, audiobooks are great. I like, Sassy, to always have an audiobook on the go and have a paper book on the go. I like to have both because I use them for different things. Like if I'm tidying the house or cleaning the house or something, I love to have an audiobook on. But podcasts as well are increasingly important to me. The ones I like. Oh, that bloody time, boys. Braun breaking match was 8.23 seconds. See, I actually thought it was shorter than that mark. I don't think it's a record, is it? But I'm a bit annoyed, if I'm being honest, because they brought back Zion Quinn just to bury him. Maybe they're just giving him some experience. I don't know. At least he's not been released. Hope he's not lost. Because he seems to be the sort of guy who's not going to get picked up. I don't know. He hasn't made enough of a name for himself to be picked up elsewhere. And oh my God, Rey Mysterio's back, but he's still unconscious. Are these kayfabe? He's got one of his weird heavy-duty masks on as well. That makes him look like a little transformer. Oh, no, he's faking. He's faking. I can put that on screen, but I can't read it out, Mark. Although we've discovered recently, we have a little bit more leeway with that these days. So if you hear me dropping the occasional S-bomb, that's why. I've heard Ant drop the occasional F-bomb, though, and we haven't been demonetized, so we're doing all right. Why does Rey Mysterio look like the Great Muta? I'm not going to lie, right? I'm a bit disappointed that I'm not going to get a copy of 2K this year. The Great Mysterio. Oh, is it deliberate? Oh, I see. Yeah, because I won't be reviewing 2K this year. And I won't be able to really do any guides for it because I'm either away or just busy with other things. Final Fantasy Rebirth has been a full-time job recently. I'm not even joking. That's how you do a 619, Dominic. Oh, Carlito, that little. He still went through it. If Carlito just chokeslammed him or something now, that'd be hysterical. How overbooked would that be? Oh, there's Alina. Is this the blow off for the feud? Can't be. No one's factored any of these guys into WrestleMania yet, have they? Well, they just lost all their heat. Oh, there's Randy. It's a stupid place to be in sit-ups, mate. Don't you know how dangerous a locker room is? That's what I'm saying, Mark. Like, that's what I don't get. How? Because, I mean, the heels just lost all of their heat. I get that might not be the blow-off, but they now need to reset all the heat, don't they? Because the heels just got battered, you know? Or did the heels win the match? So, technically... Mark my words, guys. In 15 minutes, my internet's going to stutter. Because it does it at 2:45 every night. 2:45. And I only ever know if I'm doing SmackDown, of course. Oh, I can't wait for a week off. Oh, no, so Carlito... Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, then. So, yeah, so Carlito won. And the heels ended up on their arse with the baby faces celebrating. Where do we go at Mania? Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Of course. Because they've got to be factored into Mania. Otherwise, what's been the point? You know? You get to this time of night and I forget, I can't even keep track of who's winning and losing. Presenting. That's a full-time job. It's a fun one, though. Part of me thinks I should go to the gym tomorrow, but part of me thinks, nah. If anybody watching, if you wouldn't mind liking the video for us on Facebook and on YouTube, that'd be a big help. Always helps us. That you wouldn't believe it, actually. Proper like takes you to the stratosphere. So what else? Did you know, Mark, what else we've got to come on this episode? I think we've been through everything so far. Like we saw Roman Reigns and The Rock earlier, so I don't know what they're doing there. What's the main event going to be? Pretty much Carlito drops Santos to a table, then pin. Yeah. So surely the only place they can go is Rey versus Escobar. That's been the money, because he's the one who injured him. So that's the money match, isn't it? In this story, in this feud. I'd almost forgotten about that. And Rey loses. Do you reckon Dom might factor in somehow? I think Rey losing is the right call, though, because let's be honest, like, as much as we all love Rey Mysterio, and I know we all do, but it's like Escobar's the future, isn't he? Rey is already in the Hall of Fame. And trust me, I know, I was there. And it went on a while. But I'm not. It wasn't that it was boring or anything. It was just a case of me and the boys. We were so tired at that point. We got into LA on the Thursday night, went out for dinner, then went to a Head PE concert, as you do, in Cali, in not the Rainbow Room. I forgot what it's called. Very popular, like rock club. It was so much fun. And on Friday, saw SmackDown, saw the Hall of Fame, and that is when the jet lag hills. like a brick. Because we'd all had a drink. We were all so tired. Oh, so Logan Paul's back next Friday. Good. Probably needs a rest after Elimination Chamber. He took a few bumps, didn't he? He's a pretty strong style. Or what they called something else now, aren't they? The New Catch Republic. That's it. Interesting choice of word. Well, they weren't going to call it the New Catch Constitutional Monarchy, were they? Charles Robinson will ref the main event. Lil Nate is in the house. And my consciousness is soon not going to be in the house. I can't believe how many beers I've got through, guys. Is that professional or unprofessional? You tell me. The size of Nick Aldis, he's bloody huge. No. Oh, so Ashanti, Adonis, and Alexander was meant to be the pre-SmackDown dark match. Are they going to... So will that be like a main event match? God, isn't that a weird thing to call a dark match? The dark match is like main event. Do you know what they should do with the main event show on the network or on Peacock? Just call it... Go back to calling it Heat. Because that's what it is. Imagine going to like your first... Imagine being a casual and going to see WWE. You go to see an episode of Raw, right? And the show, it opens with main event, and you think, wait, what? That's not how... Wait, what? And the main event match you get is like 2 NXT guys or something. And then the show, then you start seeing Roman Reigns and The Rock coming out. You'd be confused as hell. I get why they do it, because they replay the main events from Raw and SmackDown on the show, but sorry, it still makes zero sense. It's stupid. Call it Heat. KO's in the house. Oh, right. So, but my question is, are they going to put it on main event? Is it going to be one of the exclusive matches on main event? Or do they not bother with that on SmackDown? I can't remember, you see. Probably that. Yeah, it's a good main event. Those two dudes, two big burly buggers. KO looks badass. Oh, so it's a proper dark match just for the crowd. That's a shame. Because they've been doing the vignettes, haven't they? Oh, they've been the vignettes on. Oh, they've been on NXT. I can't keep track. Next week, oops, hashtag. What are you here for, KO? The vignettes keep getting cancelled. When we were ill in bed the other night, we were watching How I Met Your Mother, and it was the episode where they go and lick the Liberty Bell. And I'm like, right, I want to go to WrestleMania now just to do that. I'm just going to go for a quick wee, guys. I won't be long. I'm back. And I can't tell you how cold I am. It is freezing at the moment. I might just get into bed fully clothed in 20 glorious minutes. Nick Aldis will address the tag team titles with Adam Pearce. Maybe the titles are getting split. It's about bloody time. Either split the titles and make one belt. Yes. Yes, Normar. They either do it now before Mania or do it after. But yeah, something's got to give. Because it's been like that for a year now. So Usos won both sets of belts, didn't they? And then Sammy and Kevin, took them off them. And it's just stayed like that. Were Judgment Day the ones who took it off Sammy and Kevin? Or has anybody else held it in that time? Someone help me out. Rose and San Antonio next week. I think Austin Theory's brilliant. Sassy's going to tell me off, but I think he's great. Kid is shredded. Update. Punk was and now is no longer booked for Brooklyn, New York. Is that a Raw or a SmackDown show? I haven't been paying attention to their upcoming shows, in truth. Oh, the Raw before Mania. Oh, I see. It's interesting. Of course, near Philly. Yeah, I get it. Well, that's interesting. I wonder why. I heard a rumour that they were considering making Punk a special guest referee. Now, I don't know if it would work with his injury, but at the same time, imagine Punk needing to be the ref for his two biggest enemies in the company, Rollins and McIntyre. You can see why it kind of writes itself. Here's Orton. So we've got 15 minutes, Normar. So this has got to be the main event. Or did you say it was Lashley versus Karrion Kross? Mark, sorry, not Normar. Ah, Randy just signed that. Maybe Rikishi's a special. Yeah. Oh, there's that. Here's what Logan Paul did. Oh, my internet's doing its thing. Oh, I see. So Lashley and Cross is next week. Fair enough. I thought so. So this is what Logan Paul did. When everyone was like, where did he go? This is what he was doing. So it's nice that they've explained this. Bro, I can't move. Okay, out of nowhere. And then he went and punched him. I like that they've done that. It's a nice detail. Oh, my internet's dying. What's going on? Does this every time. I don't even understand why. What are you going to do? Yeah, my internet has gone slow, guys. Sorry about this. I wonder if it just it resets itself or something at this time in the morning. You know? I ponder this every week. It's doing it on my phone as well. Yeah. Still doing it. What can I do? Yeah, main event theory on. I was going to say with 13 minutes to go, yeah. Unless this is a insanely super squash and the next match has no entrances. Yeah, got to be more to the last 15 minutes than this one-sided match. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. New theme for Austin. I vote for Randy Orton. I think we all do, mate. I forgot KO was on commentary. So Randy's basically going to kill Austin. How did this guy go from getting a win over John Cena to this? Yeah, no, that would be that would be good. Because let's be honest, that's where they're going at Mania now, isn't it? And he is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller's boy. Tonight it's AW Rampage Go Home Show special AW Revolution. Yes, it certainly is. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Hassan. I won't get to watch it tomorrow, but if I get a few quiet hours on Sunday, I might catch up on Sunday. Just once I can't book him correctly. Yeah, looks like it. Again, I don't want to talk about Vince McMahon. I don't think I ever do one ever again. But he was high on Theory, wasn't he? Where I don't get the I get the feeling that Triple H isn't. Oh, Grayson Waller. Orton. I did like Theory in the Indies, but WWE sterilised his indie gimmick. Yeah, I think when Austin Theory was superb in Evolve. They made him this. He was good for a while in WWE. I kind of liked his Money in the Bank run. I hope not. And we're getting the last ad break of the evening. Ugh. Does it ever end? Just be 1 second, guys. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I am getting incredibly tired, but we can hang in there for another 10 minutes, can't we? Where is Sheamus? Either filming something or injured. Yeah, there you go. Austin Theory moves out of the way by Waller. Austin slams Orton into a desk. Logan has a thing going with KO2. Makes sense for him to show up. Yes, indeed. So that's like, if he doesn't, I'm going to be disappointed now, you know? We'll see. Oh, hello. Did The Rock really take 40 minutes of screen time? He certainly did. Now, there was 2 ad breaks in that. So it's not a full-on 40 minutes, but yeah, we were 40 minutes into the show and after our second ad break before the first match began. So yeah, kind of. It was. I don't know if that was the plan, you know, but it was a good segment. I'm looking forward to watching it back. It was a good segment, but bloody hell, and they've kind of made up for it since. A lot of stuff has gone on. Man, that snap slam looks like it would hurt. Assassin just, yes. Deadpan, yes. But, Misfit, we did see Zion Quinn come back for an 8-second match with Bron Breakker. So anyone's been wondering where Zion is, well, now he's dead. So, he got crushed by Bron Breakker. And you wonder why I didn't want The Rock around, and WWE does not need him in 2024. You're not going to... Look, would I like to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns at some point? Yes, of course I would. Do I want it at the expense of Cody versus Roman Reigns? Absolutely bloody not. So that's where I am with that. Where have you been tonight, Misfit? Tell us what you've been up to. Because it's not like you to miss a second. Sassy's on fire tonight. Misfits had a hot date, I think. Yeah, no, I agreed. It certainly didn't need to be that long. It was a good segment, and it kind of went by very quick. But yeah, 40, like we were laughing about it at the time. 40 minutes is a piss take. Oh yeah, Mr. Dakota Kai's betrayal. That was something else. Oh man, this is WWE. Like I think that they've done things like that, but before. Like I'm used to the first 20 minutes of the show, or being the opening segment where someone talks. Do you remember back in the day, like the dark days of 2018? That sort of stuff went on all the time. But like you remember Kurt Angle would come out and go, "Oh, we have got a show for you," and it's like, mate, get out of the ring and let us have the show. Do you remember that? Yeah, but that had to be a new record. It really did. I'm looking forward to seeing what people say about it tomorrow. Oh, unlucky, Austin. Nearly. We're running out of time, Norma. We're running out of time for Logan. Well, let's be honest. All we need to do is come out and hit one move. And that's why KO's out here, isn't it? To hit him. Yeah, Theory needs to stop going to the top rope. Dakota turned, pretends to be shocked. I am happy now. Yeah, we've heard that too. It's about bloody time. My attitude is either unify them properly and replace them with a belt signifying them both, so there's only one proper set of tag team belts, or separate them and keep them on different brands, because it's getting a bit stupid now, isn't it? And I hope my internet outlasts this show, but it's not looking promising. I've got a confession to make, actually, guys. Do you know the new person we had enter our stream about an hour ago who complimented my accent? I legit thought that was a bot. But apparently not. I know because I just clicked and looked. So I was like, do I ban this person? Just for the save. From Ormond, can we put him in the Hall of Fame this year? Nah, too early, man. He's still got plenty more to do. So how long does the damage control match last? I'm not gonna lie, mate. I was dealing with the comments and doing all of that, so I didn't really pay a huge amount of attention. But now Kevin's gonna kill Waller. And his theory. Always long. Yeah, 5 minutes and Bayley got trashed by your girls. By your girls. Oh dear. But yeah, that's what went down. It's a bit weird. Like now she portrays her. After all that, I was thinking maybe just keep the charade going until WrestleMania and like maybe help your girls win. Why show your hand now? It made no sense. It was just a SmackDown match, and you had her trust. Like the chair spot from last week, you had her trust. Anyway, that's just me. I don't need wrestling to make sense. I just need it to be fun. Oh, Mark, you're tweeting me. Oh, it's the yeah. Love Bayley though. Yeah, he's worse than you, Sassy. Yeah, that's where Misfit's been tonight. He dodged my question earlier when I said you've been. I accused him of being on a hot date tonight, but I still think that's what went down. Prove me wrong, Misfit. Prove me wrong. He was out with Julia. That's where he was. You heard it here first. Making it up on a podcast. And before I fall asleep at this desk, went to get dinner and it was raining with Julia. I'm just gonna keep adding that detail. Like pouring down. Yeah, it's been like that here as well. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Like we normally get all our shit weather from you guys. It kind of bloody crosses the Atlantic and comes to us. Yeah, don't we all? But yeah, today I'm not gonna like. You might be wondering why I've got the WrestleSphere hoodie on tonight because it's freezing and it's wet and it's windy and it's crap and I hate it. And I live in England, in the north of England, about a couple of hours, south of Hadrian's Wall, and I'm saying that, like, when I'm pissed off with the weather, that's how bad it is, So, yeah, today was a nightmare. Today, my dogs, who will do anything to go on a walk, didn't want to go for a walk. They were like, "This is crap. Can we go home, please?" So that's how bad it was. It was awful. And I've had the heating on all day, and I'm still effing cold. But anyway, what are you going to do? Right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's been a fun stream. It's been good. Oh, hello. I've seen clips of 2K24, some funny stuff for Bray Wyatt. Seems like so. Well, there are those among us who may have already been playing it because of our respective jobs, but those of us who have been can't say much. However, a certain member of the Gimme A Hull Yeah community will be doing a stream when the embargo passes with his copy of 2K before the game is out. So you guys look forward to that. No. We're talking about the press copies. We're not talking about any cock-ups of the shops. We're just talking about the press copies we got sent. But yeah, copies are out in the wild with the press. But obviously, there's an embargo in place for a few more days, so nobody can say or do anything about it legally until then. Otherwise, I'd tell you what I know. But yeah, Gimme A Hull Yeah has copies of 2K, and we're already putting some content together. So agreed, but I'm talking about the press copies that we got given. I'm not talking about whatever happened with GameStop. We don't actually have GameStop in the UK. I think we have a subsidiary of theirs, but yeah. Anyway, my point is there is some content coming in the next couple of days, but we need the embargo to be out of the way to be safe to stream it, basically. And as you know, it'll probably be Anthony who does that because he's our boy. So I want to be I've got to be careful what I say. But yeah, I'm honestly really not bothered about it this year. I just feel like I better be careful. I'm skirting quite close to the wind. But anyway, let's be honest. 2K games they're always, apart from what was the bad one? What was the one that was like really really bad? Because the past two have been pretty good, haven't they? And the one before it, they skipped a year, and then there's the one before it, and that was diabolical. But yeah, so yeah, 2K20. Well, let's be honest, 2020 was a crap year for everyone, everywhere. Wasn't it? And we've got a new person saying hi. Hello, mate. Good. Go home. I'm afraid we are all tired. And I have been sat at this desk since 9 a.m. this morning. See, I thought No Fight Forever was all right, man. Honestly, it was never going to be like the rather cool simulator that 2K is. I kind of felt it. Do you know what it reminded me of? Like some of the old WCW games. It reminded me of them, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. But anyway. I won't be here next week, guys. I will be in Sherwood Forest, pretending I'm Robin Hood. So there will be no SmackDown stream unless one of the boys decides they want to do it. But we will be having a Raw and a Dynamite as usual. And I think Ant and Dan are planning on doing Revolution. So got that to look forward to. And yeah, good card, Revolution as well. Really good card. I won't get to watch it for a while after it airs, but because I'm away. But as soon as I can, I will, because I'm quite excited by it. But anyway, thank you for joining me and keeping me company as usual. It's been a good stream, this one. I'm going to go to bed before I collapse. So let's see who's going to play us out. Who's it going to be? And guys, I'll try and sort out the votes. I'm aware I've done this 3 times now. Do you know what? Because Revolution's coming up, he's not on the card. Let's have it anyway.
Hello, yes, Danhausen here. Very nice, very evil. Thank you for watching the Gimme A Hull Yeah podcast. And I hope everyone in Yorkshire and beyond is having a great day housing. Yes, enjoy it and love that Danhausen.